This episode of the Golf Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is presented by WynnBET. WynnBET is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBET has what you need to win. Sign up today, bet $100 to get $100 at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET. That's sportsgamblingpodcast/WYNNBET. State restrictions do apply. All right, D-Gens, welcome back. This is the Amex betting show. It's your boy, Boston Capper, with the God of Golf himself, Steve Shermer, and our newest, very talented writer, Matt Gannon. Matt, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, guys? Happy to be here. Second time I've done the show with you, and it's been awesome being at SGPN for the last few months. I know I came on end of season last year, but it's been all amazing since then. So happy to do another show with you guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, definitely. You've been cranking out a ton of content. I've been very happy with the work that's come across my desk. Let me tell you. I think we were talking about it before the show. When we had our planning meeting at the beginning of the year, you pitched the narratives idea. And I mean, that thing is, I didn't know exactly what you were thinking of with that, but like as soon as you started pumping that out, that thing is great. I personally am not a big narratives guy, but just editing your column and having to read what you're writing, like it's actually kind of enlightening now that maybe I gotta start caring about that. So what are some of the things that you any buzzwords, any key phrases that when a guy says something, how do you know separate what's important, what's not?
Well, yeah, those diving into every single press conference is very time consuming. And I try to just keep it on focus on this event because they talk a lot about the season, stupid stuff. So I just try to focus on swing thoughts and how do you think you're going to play this week? So that's kind of my thoughts going through the narrative article. But besides that, golf is really the only sport where I think that's a real thing with, because rather than football, basketball, it's a whole team. Golf, if one guy says something, that's what he's thinking. So why would I not take that into consideration with my handicapping, with my process of betting golf? So I feel like if one guy is saying something, it's one thing if a head coach of a football team says, oh, we're going to do this. You got to control 22 guys. One guy is saying this, okay, that's what he's thinking. So if Hideki says my neck hurts, I don't think I'm going to play well. Yeah, he finished 47th. No shit. His neck hurts. Why am I going to bet him? But if Billy Horschel, he said, my swing, I don't know what I'm doing with my swing last week. He missed the cut by 10. So I think this is real. There's a real process to go about the narratives.
So listen, I am 100% a narrative guy, and because
I know you are.
Yeah, I'm 100% gut. I'm not 100% gut anymore. Steve has brought me over to. I definitely, even when I said I was a gut handicap, I still look at stats and things like that, but I factor them a little heavier now. But the narratives are 100% true, man. Because think about it. Listen, anybody who's listening to this plays golf, right? Nobody gambles on golf who doesn't play golf. Think about you standing over a tee shot or any other shot, and it's all between your fucking ears. And there's no way to know what's going on between these guys' ears unless they're talking to the media and doing things like that. And the only thing that can backfire is that with Morikawa when he won the fucking British Open, he said he didn't like the way the irons hit the turn.
Yeah, that was tough.
Ugh, that one sticks out to me. God, I hate the motherfucker who reported that. Not because he did it, but it's just because it ruined it. I was like,
is that Rappaport? I think was that Rappaport?
I don't know. Probably
might have been. I don't know. I mean, you also hit on a good point too, because I think for years, people would say they would go to the quotes, and I think I'm just conditioned. You just mentioned with football, because there's so much bullshit that comes out of
coach speak.
Yeah, coach speak. These guys just don't really say anything. Why would they actually tell you what's actually going on with these players? And I guess with golf, there is kind of a bit of there's some guys who are just full of shit. Mostly those guys went to live. So
right.
I don't think there's really a disadvantage of them actually being truthful and honest, on the podium actually saying stuff, because if they had sure, they're playing 160 guys, but you're playing the golf course, you're playing yourself. So
if a guy's out there and he doesn't feel good, I feel like he's going to say, I don't feel good, just to get ahead of himself. If he knows he's not going to play good, then, I have an excuse. I have a fallback because I didn't play good, because I tweaked this, because my swing's not right. So sometimes if they have something to say, I'm going to take it into consideration. More times than not, it's helped me. So
I agree with it. And it helps me because I don't have time. Like I'll listen to PGA radio and shit, but listen, man, you can only listen to so much of that garbage. You know what I mean? Like I'll try to get to the pressers, but then life gets in the way. So a nice article that condenses shit that right there. Like I'm telling you, like that. Like I told you before we even came on, I was like, I fucking love that article. Like I love it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to what you come out next week or tomorrow with the Amex. So why don't we transition to the Amex though? So we've been talking, for the last couple of days, how can be a tricky tournament sometimes because you got the multi-course rotation, you have 2 courses without a shot link. There's some different things you might want to value at each different course. So I guess, just from a high level, do you change a little bit when we come to like an Amex or a Pebble, or next week we're going to see Farmers where there is a multi-course format? Do you change your handicapping style at all, or do you kind of just go with the same plan you always do?
Not too much. Yeah, with these types of courses, it's more about if you're more accurate than not, that's a good thing. And if you could hit wedges and you're not scared to get low, try not to get too crazy with all the bullshit. Just if you've had success at Amex, if you've had success at Pebble, I think that translates because you're playing at Pro-Am with other golfers who are probably going to frustrate you. The guys who are so on top of their stuff, like if Bryson was in this event, he would never be able to handle it. But someone like Patrick Cantlay, we see how he has so much success at this event because Patrick Cantlay does his own thing 24/7. He doesn't look at anyone else. And you see he's finished second ninth. So
he's just checking off his list for the next person that he's going to put a skin suit on. That's what Patrick Cantlay is doing.
That is exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, he's going to bury him in that canyon bunker next to 16 there.
Yeah,
a lot of bodies down there. So, all right. Well, all right. So why don't we take a quick break then, and then we'll jump right into outrights and everything else on the betting card.
All right. Well, listen. So, look, WynnBET is offering, or is the official online sportsbook of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. WynnBET is active in a bunch of states, which I already went through, and there's tons of ways to win, including live betting and same-game parlays. And the NFL playoffs are here. Great promos, odds, and payouts are happening right now. WynnBET, ready to play. Sign up today to get a special offer. Bet 100 to get 100. It is limited to state availability, and of course, if you hit the biggest long shot parlay of the week, you get $1,000 free credit. Golf fans, go do that. What are we doing here? Like, we know about long shot parlays. There's so much to choose from. All you got to do is head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET so they know where we sent you. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. Offer is subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBET.com. Must be 21 and older and present in state where playthrough WynnBET is available. If you or anyone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
Okay. Let's get right to the outrights for.
Wait, let me clarify that. I don't know. So just in case, I don't know if they mean the long shot parlay on the NFL or just long shot parlay of the week. So I don't know if that
we can probably find that after the show and tweet it out.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Why don't we get to the Amex start right at the top, outrights. Matt, who's on your outright card this week? Who are you betting to win this thing?
I'm betting the guy I just mentioned, Patrick Cantlay. I bet him last year at 9-1, and we got an 11 this year. And so this week I bet Cantlay, Hoagie, Tom Kim. I cashed out Tom Kim and Tom Hoagie because I was like, I wasn't feeling it. So I went with Cantlay and a bunch of bombs, and we'll get there when we get there. But
okay,
what's there not to like about Patrick Cantlay? All the great form. I bet him at 9-1 last year. Finished 9th. He had like a 36-hole lead or something like that. He was doing really good early. Kind of faded when he got to the easier golf course. I think it was the Nicholas course. He shot like a 71 or 70, something stupid like that. And he went lights out everywhere else. So I'm just running it back with PC. I was going to go to Scotty, but I'm not all the way there with the Scotty putter yet, but I think it's coming around, and I think we're due for another Scotty heater. But I'm just going to throw out Cantlay at the top, 11-1.
I love that. And so, like, I was toying with that, and it's just, I don't know. Like, I didn't want to take anybody under 20-1 this week, but Cantlay is all over my card, and it's for the reasons that you said. Like, he is a killer here. He shot a 61. Was it Sunday last year? Right?
It might have been 2 years ago to give us the Siwoo scare.
Was it?
Because
maybe that's
it was. We were because Cantlay nailed like a big.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah,
it's high
exactly.
Siwoo, and we got really pissed.
Yeah,
but then Siwoo nailed the birdie, and then our happy ending.
Then we celebrated.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Look, like, I mean, a bet on Patrick Cantlay. It seems like he should have won this event 3 times already.
3 straight top 10s.
Yeah, I mean, he seems like a great fit for this golf course. Obviously, great success here. Plotter golf course. I mean, a lot of similar success at like Travelers and Harbor Town, like a lot of similar type setups. Yeah, I think that's good. So, all right, so you got Cantlay, and then so you got some bombs though. So what bombs you got?
Yeah, I went Cantlay, then straight to triple digits. I will, because basically there's some guys in the middle that I like, and I'm sure you guys are on, but I couldn't fit them all in my outright card. I wish I could bet everyone, but I can't. I bet a fair amount of guys in triple digits, and I will list them off. I think there's like 7 or 8 of them, and then we could touch on them later.
Let's go.
I bet Denny McCarthy at 100-1. I bet Will Gordon 120.
Whoa, that's a great number for Denny.
That's a really good number.
Yeah. Bet 365. Go check
Dude, that's a fucking. You live in Florida now too. Good luck, buddy.
Oh yeah, I got proxies all over. Chris Kirk, 130-1 off that great success last week, and he has a good finish here. David Lipsky, 130-1. Will Gordon, 140-1. Then I got 3 more mega bombs. Sam Ryder, 250-1. He's a guy that pops when he wants to pop, like literally 250-1. Don't care. Callum Tarrant, 250-1. He finished like third his last start at the RSM, hasn't played since then. And then Russell Knox, 4th in my model, 300-1. Does suck at golf though. He will not finish anywhere in the top 10, but I just bet him at 300-1.
Listen, as a Russell Knox apologist, I get it. Like he always looks good. He got the laser eye surgery. I thought he figured it out at TPC.
Yeah,
Sawgrass, and he has not.
Yeah, but, you've cost me some money on Knox ever since you gave me that tip.
I know, sorry, buddy.
Because I saw one good putting week. I'm maybe my co-host is right. No, it's not right.
Sucks at golf.
But Sam Ryder's played here a bunch. He like middles, but you're right. He pops when he wants to pop. But has he missed the cut here? I don't think he's missed the cut.
Yeah, Sam Ryder's a tough guy. He's a tough guy to predict.
Probably a top 40.
Yeah, I don't like betting on Sam Ryder, but you're giving me a 250-1. Like I'll throw a bullet at that, especially at Amex where we get triple digit winners all the time. Not really too much that goes into it.
Yeah, I mean, like his iron numbers are looking pretty good. His proximity numbers from under 175 look really good too, and he's got a good history here. So yeah, I don't mind that long shot bomb. I like the Taryn pick too. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty high on him. I'm higher than my co-host. I think you're still kind of skeptical of him, but yeah, you just mentioned third at RSM. Maybe you can just keep it rolling this week. So I like it. I like those picks. All right, Capper, who you got?
All right, so I have 4 laid and 2 that I'm going to lay as soon as we're done with this because he just confirmed a bomb that BK convinced me on the last one. That's Lipsky. That's going to Lipsky. BK convinced me on Lipsky. I'll do that. I'm definitely going to end up doing a top 20 on him too because I got him a 5-1 when I was smoking a cigarette before this one. I was like, get him 5-1 top 20. So I'm going to add that. But the ones I bet were once again living in Florida. I scroll until I can finally get the odds at some point Monday afternoon if I'm lucky. So I took Young, 21.5, which is basically 22. He's long off the tee. He's going to win at some point. Like this is a kid that I'm just going to bet until I cash him. And I might have to take. Hopefully he wins quickly, or I'm going to have to take like the press method, which is going to make my bankroll very stressed at some point. But then Tom Kim, little flop lag. I mean, it should work out for him. This is a course that's built for him. He lost fucking like 4 strokes putting over 2 rounds. I get him at 25. Dude, he was 10-1 last week.
Yeah.
He was 10-1. Like, I'll take that. And then, listen, if this is a fucking putting contest, as Rom called it, Montgomery, fucking 40-1. Like, the kid was a stud on the fall swing. He looked okay in Hawaii. Like, fine. Like, 40-1. If this is a putting contest, I'm taking it. And I know his approach numbers blow, but from the proximity that we're looking at, 150 and in, he's okay. He's like top 25
he's
in this field. Yeah. And then everybody's already on him. It was Cam Davis, 43-1. Everybody, listen, if you haven't known yet, like, listen, he fits the course good. It should be it should work out well for him. But I mean, I don't know, 40. I got 43. I know it was 50s and 60s out there earlier, but Cam Davis should do really well at this course. And then I'm debating between Dietrich,
Tommy Dietz,
which I know is just
the dude never even wins on the Euro Tour.
Thank you. All right. See, all right. So no Dietrich. I gotta give him up. Like for life.
Yeah, but when he's like top 5 going into Sunday, you are gonna blow up my phone and bitch me out. And I don't know if I really want that. So maybe you should just bet him.
Maybe, but the other guy I was thinking about was Griffin.
Okay. I like Griffin. I like Griffin.
Long shot, like, dude, he's in really good fucking form. Like, he's pretty steady across the board at everything. Like, I mean,
I can't get Griffin
triple digits. Why? Oh, did you have him last week?
No, remember we had him on the last show I did with
you
guys.
That's right.
I had him at Bermuda.
Jesus Christ. That's right.
and that was a tough scene to watch.
That was.
Like, forget how to play golf on the back nine.
But
I
mean, he's good from 150 and in. Like,
really, he's good. Numbers are good.
I think he's just good. I mentioned it last night. Like, there's starting to be like kind of this group of the Corn Ferry graduates that I'm starting to kind of trust. Like, I've had a lot of positionals on them in the fall and going into like last week too. I mean, Griffin was one of them. I had a top 40 on him and it worked out great. And I mean, I think those types of guys are. I'm starting to trust them. I think I've seen enough from them where like I can. I think they're good. Now, whether they're going to win this early, who knows? But I like what I see. Capper, you made a lot of good points on Griffin. So,
I'm gonna do Griffin. I'm gonna make him top 20 too.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure I can get him 5-1. I'll double check that before.
Okay, all right.
So that'll be unless you get somebody else I can add, because I haven't added Griffin or Lipsky yet. Unless you want to tickle my fancy with somebody else there, Steve.
Okay, I mean I don't have Lipsky on my card. But I get the argument for him. I don't mind it. We have a lot of overlap on our outrights. Like, look, like I understand that this has been an event that breeds a lot of long shots. First of all, I just don't have a good track record of nailing it a long shot pre-tournament like over 100 to 1. I just don't. So I'm not going to start now and change my process. And I'm just going to ride with the narrative that guys just basically under 75 to 1 just have been winning at a huge clip over and over and over. I'm just going to keep betting that. So
I'm nervous about that, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if it doesn't work out, I'm willing to be okay with it. I'm just going to stick with that process. And, like kind of like last week, like I didn't have Buckley as an outright, but I had him positional. I was kind of a little bit all over it. I'm confident with how I can do that to, even if one of those guys hits or they're kind of in the mix, I always have a share. So here's my outright card. I mentioned last night I have a head injury because I keep going back to this guy. I think after he missed the cut brutally last Friday, I said I was just going to bet Sung Jae no matter what. Listen, it's
intervention time next week, Steve.
Okay. It might be. He was horrible. I think I can't explain what happened off the tee. That was really bad. I can't explain the bad approach shot numbers because I said last week, because they grew up the rough, like you were going to be in really bad spots if you missed a fairway, and it just made it really difficult to have a good recovery approach shot anyways. It was just compounding the problem. So I'm not surprised he lost a lot of strokes with the approach play. I'm not really too concerned. The fact he can go to this golf course, he has really good track record here, really good track record in a lot of overseeded golf courses too. A lot of like these peak die tracks as well. He's been pretty good at. I think I just got stubborn last week. So I'm going to bet him no matter what. Now, I thought I was going to get 3 in front of his number, right, in front of him this week, and it was 25. I settled with that. There is precedence for him to have a really bad ball striking week the week before a win. That came with the Sanderson a couple of years ago. He lost. He was okay off the tee, but he really disappointed with his irons. Came back the following week and won Shriners. Maybe that can happen again. So 25 to 1 on Sung Jae. And you're right. If he misses the cut or he's +5, after 12 holes on Thursday, you can say you're right. And I can come on here and apologize. Yeah, and
it'll be intervention time.
And then I won't be on him, and then it'll win Tory. And then I'll really be mad and just quit the podcast and delete everything. I'm also on Cam Young, 28 to 1. I think you mentioned last night, he's probably going to win at some point. Why can't it be here? He's had a lot of good success at some courses with a lot shorter approach shots like Harbor Town. I mean, you put the driver away there, and he was still able to get a T3 finish. St. Andrews, a lot of shorter approach shots there too. And just with a
his putting is what worries me.
It is, but he can pile on birdies a lot, and he does have pretty good scoring rates with those good proximity numbers from under 150. I just think he's going to win at some point. I like the fact that he's very adaptable to different types of golf courses. He's had success at like Riviera and Harbor Town and major venues and Detroit Golf Club, like a lot of different types of tracks. And I think that is important for a pro-am, like multi-course format where you're going from course to course to course. So I found a 28 on him. But I like him anyways, even the 21. And then I did down the card a little bit.
What are you saying, Matt?
I was saying to back you up on Cam Young. You said if he can club down like he did at Harbor Town, I think he could just rip driver and use that to his advantage because he's a great driver of the golf ball, and not like Harbor Town where he's like there's forced layups. He can bomb it here. There's not many dog, and I think he can have like little wedges in to a lot of holes.
So at Nicklaus tournament, that's go time. That is driver all day long. That's like a straighter, more out in front of you version of the stadium course. Stadium course still has kind of these forced layups, but even so, like I've seen him do it by taking the driver out of his hand. You can definitely hit driver. You definitely hit driver at Nicklaus, and then La Quinta, he's just gonna hit it over. He might have like 50 yards into every green there. Like it's a joke, and I don't understand why they keep going there, but whatever. Like that could be a great fit for him. So, Cam Young 28-1. And then I dipped down to 50-1 for Tom Hoagie. Matt, you wrote him up in your DFS column. I could not agree more with everything you said. Just the fact that he's such a good iron player, especially from shorter range, like that is going to translate at all 3 golf courses this week. He already has won a Pro-Am, so I know he can handle that weird format too and be patient in order to do it. And just, the fact that he's, with his irons, he hasn't lost on approach going back all the way to the Scottish Open. Yeah, it's nuts. He had like a 2-week period at like US Open Travelers where, things went off the rails, but like I was listening to a podcast and they were saying he's a late bloomer. And I mean, that's kind of what he's been doing. Like he's been great. So Hoagie 50-1, thought that was a good price considering what he's been doing last fall. And here I'm also on the Cam Davis train, 55-1. The numbers look really good for him. The only concern I have is, so I track anytime like guys within 5 of the league going into Sunday. Over the last 2 years, it's only been 4 times.
I know. You told me that last night. And you know what's funny? I remember that after I placed it this morning.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's he's got a win out of it, but it's Rocket Mortgage. It's, I think actually Amex was one of those times. And then there was like 2 other events, maybe a Sony Open and something else or last fall at the CJ Cup. That was it. So, I mean, a little concerned that the guy has a lot of really good stats, but is never really in the mix. There's a lot of empty calories, but I mean, he kind of fits a lot of the profile of a place of, skill sets of value this week for this, this tournament, especially the stadium course. It seems like driving distance and good, around the green game, it tends to have a high correlation of success there. So I like him. And then I found a really good price on JT Poston, 90-1. I think that's more like 60-1 now. I just, listen, I never feel great betting JT Poston because I've just never been a JT Poston guy. But
you hate JT.
Yeah, but I can't deny now that like the iron game going back to like last summer has been really good. And he's got a 3rd at Harbor Town. He's got a top 10 here previously. He's got a good couple finishes at Phoenix as well, another overseeded golf course. So I know like agronomy wise, I think he's pretty good on this track. I think, he's had like 3 straight 21st place finishes. He hasn't really gotten the putter going, which has been strange, but he's gaining about 0.8 strokes on overseeded greens in his career. So maybe he can get that going and, actually get like in the mix and for a win. So that's my outright card. I got a couple guys that I think, I would have, otherwise considered for long shots in my top 40s. I'll talk about that a little later.
So I forgot. I actually bet Hazley again. I got him at 60.
He's been hitting his irons good.
Yeah, he's been hitting his irons good. It's fucking. I know it's not. It's TPC Lee, man. Like I'm gonna bet him. I bet him last week.
TPC, but okay.
But it basically is. It basically is. I know you broke it down last night. I watered it down. I get it. But if I bet him last week and he wins this week, and I don't bet him this week, I am going to be very fucking upset. So I bet him this week for my own mental health. If I lose again, I don't give a shit. I lose all the time I go betting.
It's worth it.
All right, so it's the FOMO bet.
It's worth it. Yeah, it's the FOMO bet.
Okay.
It's the FOMO bet.
All right. Any other comments before we move on to matchups?
Nah.
Okay. All right. Why don't we go to head-to-head matchups? So, Matt, why don't we swing it back over to you? We'll just do like a round table. We'll do one, and then we'll just go around and then right back. So, Matt, why don't you throw out your first matchup that you like this week?
Yeah, I'm going to go right back to my guy, PC, against plus 140 against John Rahm. And I'm betting that because of the number and because I think Patrick Cantlay's range of outcomes at this course this week is much shorter than John Rahm's, I know John Rahm is on a different level right now, and I think he's going to have a great season. But I think his range of outcomes this week is a bit more wide than Patrick Cantlay's. I think John Rahm is going to finish top 3 this week or fizzle around like the 35 to 40 range, while I think Cantlay is solidified in that 5 to 15 range. So at plus 140, I'll take that like anytime.
Yeah. So I love that. I'm a coward. I was going to take that, but I decided to take Cantlay over Scotty at fucking even money. Just the same thing. All the reasons you love Patrick Cantlay, I love Patrick Cantlay. And I don't know, man. I like you talked about Scotty's putter. I don't believe in Scotty's putter yet. I just don't. And I know his finishes haven't been terrible, but like I just don't believe it yet. Like, so give me the guy who is consistently done well at this tournament. And yeah, that's what I want. So I took him over even money, but I stared at that Rahm one, but I was a little too scared of John Rahm.
I mean, that's like your boy too. Like
that is also my boy. Correct.
Best boys.
Yeah, and we're on the eve of his return to Torrey Pines as well. Like, he's got to be feeling real good about about himself right now. So that's a little scary. All right. So I also have Taylor Montgomery. Well, actually, I do my little spiel. I suck at betting matchups. When I actually lay physical cash on it, things go really wrong for me. So these are all hypothetical.
What was last week?
1 and 2, not a good performance. So okay. we are betting.
Now you're 500.
We're betting 500 for the year. Yes, we are. So we're losing the juice, though.
Losing the juice.
All right. So first hypothetical matchup that caught my eye that probably is going to blow my face. Taylor Montgomery. I'm going to save the reason why I like him for later because he's on my card again. But I got plus 100 over Aaron Wise. And listen, you guys been listening to the show for 2+ years now. You know I'm an agronomy guy. I pulled up all of Aaron Wise's performances on overseeded golf courses. They include Harbortown, Innisbrook, Sawgrass, Phoenix. So he has only one top 20 finish, one top 30 finish, and like 10 missed cuts in like 18 events. And just for whatever reason, you get him on the surface, either putting or approach play or whatever. It has not really worked out for him. So I'm just going to fade that. So Taylor Montgomery, who I think is actually probably going to finish inside the top 20 this week. I'll get to my reasons why later. Over Aaron Wise.
So I'm going to jump you real quick, Matt. So I'm also on Montgomery over Wise, and I'm on Davis over Wise for those same fucking reasons. Like he stinks. He stinks at this course. I don't care. Like it stinks, Jerry. It stinks. Like it's. Yeah, and one's even money, the other one's I got minus 105. Like whatever, I don't care.
Okay.
And he uses that cheater fucking putter, which I cannot root for. Like that's it. Oh, dude, I'm so happy. I guess you're at 500, so I'm still happy.
So what? So wait a minute. Hold on. Let's time out because you always reference cheater putter. Do you give Keegan Bradley a pass for all the years he used a cheater putter too?
He didn't putt good with it.
He actually did.
Oh, he did, but then they took it away, and he had to change it. But now these guys can hold it a fucking millimeter away from their chest. That is perfectly fucking fine.
Okay, I just so listen, when I hear a double standard from you, I'm going to call it out, buddy.
That's fine. Aaron Wise's is like literally 6 feet tall. It's literally almost as tall as he is, and he just barely hangs over it, and it's a millimeter away from his chest.
Okay. We just won with it. So
exactly.
I know. Listen, I knew that. I thought that's actually where Steve was going to attack me from. So it caught me off guard when he said that.
No, I go a little more hard at you. I go right for the Keegan with you. I know that. I know that hurts your feelings.
That's right.
All right, Matt. Why don't you go with your second matchup then?
All right, second matchup. If there was ever Andrew Putnam week, it is this week. Which I don't know if you can even say that off of a 4th place finish at the Sony. And if you look at his Amex history, it's pretty legit. 14th, 21st, 10th, 34th, 17th, his last 5 trips. So just simple combination. Course history, recent form, and that's against Sahith Theegala, minus 115. I don't love it, but Sahith Theegala is a guy who's going to finish top 7 or miss the cut and not really anything in between. He's a high ceiling, low floor guy. So I like Putnam. If there's any consistency with Putnam, which I really don't think there is, but I'm just kind of trying to buy that hot last week plus this recent form. It's not like there's any course Andrew Putnam has great form on. So if there's one, it's here. So I'm going to throw it out.
Plus he's sober.
Yeah. Plus he's sold. Wait,
Look at the confidence. Look at the confidence of now that bet. Oh shit, I forgot about it. Yeah,
how much should I put on this? Oh my god, I forgot.
I mean, I probably payrolls this Friday, right? For you, you probably just cash that check and
Yeah,
put it right
gotta
in.
do
Let's
that.
go.
Right on him.
All right. Well, I'll go with my second matchup then. Again, Ben Griffin is on my card. I'll save the reasons for later, but he's up in a matchup this week at plus 100 over Steven Yeager. And I just got done saying how bad Aaron Wise is on overseas golf courses. Well, Steven Yeager's is actually worse. So his career, he has a T29, a T62, and T49 on overseas golf courses. Those are the only times in 13 starts he's actually made the cut. 10 missed cuts there. And his best finish was the Zurich, where he probably had a teammate carrying his deadbeat ass all tournament. So get him on this type of grass type. Again, I love that angle.
You love a grass type angle?
I don't know.
So weird.
Weird. That's shocking.
weird.
Shocking. But listen, like I speak very highly of Ben Griffin. I'll get to the reasons why later, but Ben Griffin paired up in Steven Yeager, who's been really bad on this golf course and this track. So, all right. Capper, how about your third matchup?
So my third matchup, I'm just targeting Wise again, and it's Davis over Wise.
Oh, you already said that. Okay. All right. Then,
that's
Matt, what's your, do you got a third matchup?
Yeah, I will throw out Tony.
Oh,
Finau.
sorry, time out. I got Montgomery over Burns as well.
Montgomery over Burns. All right, I will
Montgomery
throw
over
out
Burns.
Tony Finau over my favorite golfer, Will Zalatoris, right there.
Okay.
Finau rated out like 1.25 times better than anyone in this field for me. And the last time anyone rated out that high for me was Rahm at the TOC. Not saying Finau is going to win, but we know how well he's done here. And Zalatoris has a great start here last year, coming off of a great start at the TOC. But I still am not buying Zalatoris in a minus 20, 22 event. Like, I know he got to minus 20, and I'm so happy because I want to see him win every single event. He's literally my favorite golfer, but I'm not going to buy it yet. I think when putting becomes a key factor, I mean, rolling a ton of birdie putts, I don't think Zalatoris is that guy, and Finau is proven to be on a different level this past spring and summer. I think that rolls into Amex, a place where he's had great success. So I'm gonna lay a little bit of juice, and I'll roll with Finau for my third matchup.
Yeah, and I don't. You still don't really know where Zalatoris is with his game right now. I mean, he had 2 really bad rounds and then 2 pretty good rounds over the weekend. So is that a sign that you shake off the rust, or is things kind of up and down with him? So yeah, I mean, like
he's
Finau,
still using a shorter driver, which actually was from the narrative thing. He's using a shorter driver to basically loosen the pressure on his back. But when he's doing that, he has less time to get behind the ball, which is because of his right miss. He needs more time to get to cover the ball or whatever. And he kind of got away with it at Kapalua because you can drive it wherever there. Not as much here. So that's another angle that you can go with for that.
And don't forget what Paulie said after Big Pussy came back from his
Stop trying to make that joke happen.
Dude, it's true. Nobody knows.
Okay,
shit about backs.
All right,
nobody knows shit about backs.
You are referencing a very obscure line from a TV show that was on 25 years ago.
Yeah, it's the best show ever on TV.
Like, do you understand? Like, 40% of our audience probably doesn't even remember or know who that guy is.
Bone up, kids. Go watch the fucking Sopranos. It's the best TV show of all goddamn time. Paulie Walnuts, top 5 character television of all time. And when Big Pussy, spoiler alert, too bad you didn't watch it yet, gets clipped. It's one of the most shocking events in fucking television.
Right. Now they don't have to watch.
No, first of all, that was like the second season. That was even before it took off.
All right.
Nobody knows shit about back, Steve. Nobody knows shit about
All right. Well, when you watch it, make sure your cable connection is pretty secure when you watch the series finale. So, all right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Thank you.
Well
I get yelled at for that.
Well done. I like that one.
All right.
Did you see David Chase actually let it slip? He was doing a podcast in England, and he talked. I won't say anything other than he talked about the final scene, and he let it slip of what he meant it to be.
Okay, I'll have to go catch exactly what that. I think I know what it is, but we'll talk offline.
Yeah.
All right. Why don't we go to positional props?
Who doesn't know who the Sopranos is? That's ridiculous, Steve.
Gen Zers, maybe.
BK fucking gets in arguments with me about The Sopranos all the time. He's Gen Z, right?
I guess
he's in his 20s. Yeah.
All right. Let's go to positional props. Matt, so you usually like I think on your last show you said you love backing up your outrights with top fives. Did you end up doing that again this week?
That's what I do week in, week out. It's the only way I bet golf. I don't bet anything besides outrights and top fives, but for the sake of the show, I will give a top 20, and I'll go with Tom Kim, or top 10, like plus 180, I believe. If like you mentioned it before, all great points, and I was gonna say then, but I never got to it. If Tom Kim never even played Sony and he was 25-1 this week, he would be the most bet golfer of all time. Like literally the most bet golfer just based on the similar type of course, that number 25-1, because he was like what 11-1 last week and everyone was still betting him.
Yeah.
So just guys miss cuts. It happens. It's golf. He can easily come back and have a great week and I bet him 25-1, but I cashed it out because I wasn't feeling the vibes. And I think he's gonna have a great week. Now he'll probably win because I cashed it out. But I think Tom Kim is due for
my bankroll would thank you, sir.
Yeah, so I hope he does for you guys, but I'm gonna go with Tom Kim top 10.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll just jump in right now. I mean, I found a top 20 plus 125 on him. I just
God,
plus money on that. Like, listen, like did not work out for me last week doing like the minus 120 top 20 on Tom Kim. But I talked about this last night in the show. There are in his history a lot of just out of nowhere disastrous putting rounds, like at the PGA, at the BMW, then last week. And also in that mix, though, it seems like he's been able to find his putter relatively quickly. Just it's going to be up and down with him. I'm going to bet on the fact that he's going to be up this week. And tee to green, though, I think he's a great fit for this place. You know, the fact that he's not going to get a whole lot of trouble off the tee. It's a shorter golf course. I don't really worry about his lack of length off the tee. Really good with the shorter approach shots, too. I think it's going to be fine. So I'm willing to be a little more conservative. Just still getting plus money at top 20. Let's do that.
That's fucking great.
Plus money. All right. So I have one more top 20. This was a guy I talked about the matchups that I wanted to save the Nuggets for. Listen, I waved the white flag too. Taylor Montgomery top 20 plus 200. Yeah. It's going to come to an end. What he is doing is not sustainable.
You say that, but what if he is just a fucking great putter?
Well, here's the thing.
And it's sustainable.
The types of courses he's been playing can lend itself to this type of golf. Now, is he going to do this at Torrey Pines? Probably not.
No.
Is he going to do a Riviera? Probably not. Bay Hill? Probably not. But I don't see that ending.
I can see him doing a Riviera.
You guys, I don't know about that, but I don't think it's going to happen.
The greens aren't that hot at Riviera.
The greens are not that hard at Riviera.
Yeah, not that hot. Wait, which one? I flipped them. Torrey.
Okay, Torrey.
Yeah, I flipped them. Sorry.
All right. Well, what was I going to say? Anyways, this week, I don't see this golf course giving him a whole lot of trouble, especially on the greens, especially at La Quinta. Like, he might shoot like 60 legitimately there. So, top 20 on him 2-1. We're just going to keep it rolling. So,
love it.
All right. Capper, what about you?
Love it.
So, I'm debating on doing this. I haven't laid it yet. Because Can't Lay is so fucking consistent. I know. I haven't laid it yet.
We just went through that you are going to electrocute me if I ever lay juice on a position.
No, it's not juice. This is the small fine print. It's fucking even money. Can't Lay top 10.
That's legit hitting. It's just a winning golf bet.
I just want to fucking play it. Like, it's even money of a guy who's so consistent here.
You want to yell at Can't Lay over the weekend, don't you?
Maybe.
I think that's what your little DJ really wants.
No, that's winning.
All right.
Okay.
All
right. So when he finishes T12. Yeah.
All right, listen. Either way, fuck it. I don't know.
Bet
if you
it.
want final
Just
bet
bet it.
I gotta think. I gotta think about it.
I'm making fun of you. Bet it. Anytime I've gotten this sarcastic and cheeky about it, bet, and then it hits.
Sure.
You never let me hear the end of it.
That is
just bet it. Have fun. Go nuts.
Now I feel like you're doing that, and now it kind of counterbalances the universe.
Listen. It's Patrick Can't Lay at Amex. Like, it's even money for a top 10. Just bet it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know. That's fair. I got you. And so I'm with you on Montgomery. I didn't get as good a number as you. I got plus 180. I already bet that.
Same thing, basically.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And then I took Griffin 4-1. top 20. Davis plus 230, top 20, which I thought was a silly number just based on what is outright in top 10, where I thought that number was wrong. So I bet that. And then I'm doing it, man. We talked about it last night. I'm going fucking Ricky. Fucking 3-1.
You're ricking
top
it up?
fucking 20. Let's go. I'm doing it.
I cannot wait for Thursday. I can't. When Ricky is like 4 over through 15.
Yeah, man. Listen,
where's he starting? By the way, is he started State? No, he started La Quinta. But that's the easy course. Then fine, he's going to be like
he's somewhere else. He's somewhere else on the card later.
Well, you know what's going to happen then at La Quinta. He's going to be 2 under when the field is like 5 under average. You're going to be you're mad at that too.
I took Jeff's brother. You guys know Jeff McGinnis. I took his brother. Plus, I gave him plus 150 on will Ricky win this year. He took yes plus 150. So I booked him for 1,000.
I commented on Twitter. I asked Jeff if his brother wanted any more action.
Did he say yes or no?
He hasn't answered me yet.
I think he put a lot on it.
Did he?
So, I mean, he got.
Jeff's been on this pod, man. Jeff's a good dude, man.
Yeah, Jeff's a great guy.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I'll be the boring guy with the top 40s. I guess I kind of wind up the show. Oh, we got to do one and done too. So
it's like, I didn't listen. I'm just gonna lie to the people because I haven't even thought about one of them.
Okay. All right. So my top 40s. I mean, look, like the guy is. I mean, if you want to talk about a good narrative and a good quote, Adam Hadwin just saying, effusing praise for overseeded golf courses, how much he hates Bermuda, but anytime they oversee with the Poet Trivialis, it's just like he's playing back at home. Great career on overseeded golf courses, great career here. I got a top 40 on him at plus 125. I think the fact that I get plus money on a guy who's had so much success, not just on this turf, but this golf course, has been on record of loving desert golf for exactly that reason. I'll take that plus money there. So Wyndham Clark hasn't played the first 2 events.
Windy C as Brian K.
Yep, but he had a good fall.
He's not on Twitter. He has no.
I have no idea.
What we're talking
no
about.
idea. Joey Doney asked what my burner account is, and I tried to get.
Yeah, I heard that.
I know,
but no.
I'm his burner account.
Yes.
If anything needs to be relayed to Steve, I am his burner account.
Yeah, and if I want to communicate to the world, I'll tell you too.
I don't even do that though.
Okay, well, I think you do.
You communicate.
So, anyways, Wyndham Clark, he ended the fall pretty good. Starting his irons pretty good. He was hit off the tee. He was a monster as well. He was gaining about a stroke per round off the tee his last 12 rounds. Big hitter. The shorter approach shots proximities isn't all that good, but I think the fact that he was starting to figure things out with his irons toward the end of the year, maybe that'll carry on this year. Decent history here as well. 2 top 20s in 4 starts at the Amex. So top 40 on him, plus 140. I'll take that. Brendan Steele, he hit the ball pretty good. He only finished T48 last week, but he hit the ball okay. Decent track record here. Pretty good track record overall at some of these overseas golf courses. So top 40 on him, plus 160. And then I just mentioned, throughout the show that there's a couple guys now that are Korn Ferry graduates that I'm just starting to trust that I'm still finding really good prices on the top 40s. I'm taking it. So Ben Griffin plus 185. Like Capper said, he's really good with his short irons, played great last week. I think that's going to continue this week. Ben Taylor too. I nailed the top 40 on plus 270 last week. Now he's down to 2-1, but I still think I'm going to keep riding it. Kind of similar like Ben Griffin, hitting his short irons pretty good off the tee. He's got a little bit of pop too. I don't think he started the year putting very well, but the putter's been kind of heating up. That guy can roll the rock. Pretty good on par 5 scoring as well in his young career. So top 40 on him, 2-1. And then Carl Yuan, really good tee to green, really good numbers with the shorter approach shots.
You're going all in on these corners.
And then pretty good par 5 scoring. So yeah, just those 3 guys. It was top 40 plus 240 for Carl Yuan. I like those 3. I mean, there's
Can I just ask you a question real quick?
Sure.
Right. So Ekrot, right?
Ekrot.
Yeah. How I can't say it right.
I know.
So him versus he sucks at chipping. So him versus Jan. Like what do you think? What would
him
you
versus
make that
who?
Head?
Yuan?
Your boy, Carl Jan. Jan.
I mean,
the guy you just said.
I mean, I like Carl Yuan.
Yeah.
Head to head.
Okay. I just okay.
Okay.
I feel like Ekrot's
okay.
I can't say it right. I know I get it. But I don't know. Ekrot played pretty good last week. Played good last week. He's got more rounds under his belt. He was a stud on the Corn Ferry Tour. Like, I don't know.
I mean, Carl Yuan led the like Corn Ferry like standings. So
he almost won it.
Yeah, I just want you to get infatuated with new toys. That's all.
Okay. All right. So that's my top 40s. So I guess why don't we move on to one and done? So Matt, you got one and done pick. Who you got this week?
When you were saying that, I went onto my one and done. I clicked Wyndham Clark on Monday. I'm not gonna use him. Then I was like, all right, I'm gonna use Denny because Denny plays his best golf when no one's really talking about him. I'm not gonna do that because I already used them. So I'm gonna
use Denny last week.
Who do I'm not using Patrick Cantlay. Who did I bet in the hundreds that I'm like, I like this week? Okay, we'll go with Chris Kirk, because Chris Kirk's gonna have back-to-back top 10s. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Chris Kirk.
Okay. All right, Capper, what about you?
I guess I don't have Hoagie anywhere on my CAD, so I'll throw Hoagie in the mix. That way I got some skin in the game if he actually does show up.
Okay. So I can't. You're gonna be proud of me, Capper. I'm not picking Sonja in one and done because I picked him last week for.
Exactly. I was going to say you can't.
Yes. I mean, this strategy worked for me last year. Just spend him while you got him. I'm tempted to just go Cantlay for one and done.
What's the purse? I haven't looked into it.
Yeah, but he's good at like Harbor Town and Traveler. Although Traveler's is elevated this year, so maybe that's not. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm leaning.
How do all those guys who burnt Spieth last week feel? I'm telling you, don't.
Well, or Tom Kim.
Yeah.
I might go Hoagie as well. I don't know. We'll see.
You can't copy, dude.
You were just bullshit.
My elbow is over my paper.
Here's the thing: you just throw a Hoagie. You're probably going to forget to put in your pick this week, so it's not going to matter. So I might as well take Hoagie.
I'm going to forget to do it. I probably won't play Hoagie, but sure.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, you left Xander in your season-long lineup last week. So
I wasn't dropping anybody.
Why don't you just drop Bryson?
I'm going.
Okay.
Do this week because I got fucking like 4 guys. I got to get out of my fucking.
Did you guys win last week? I
lost. No, I should have. I lost by like less than 7 points with a 5 or 6.
I lost by 1 point to Kenny Kim.
So. I lost to Andy. Gross.
Yeah.
Because of Jordan Spieth. Jordan Spieth missed the cut. Like if Jordan Spieth played the weekend, I win. Period.
That round was insane, but he lost over a stroke in I think every category. It was a horror show.
So Jordan, that is just so Jordan.
Who'd you beat last week?
I beat John. PGA Tout. I scored the most points. I scored 413 last week.
Right. That serves John right for taking Keegan Bradley from me, who I will never fucking forgive. I can't believe he took him to pick before.
He hit C.
I swear he knew what he was doing.
So he doesn't. He had his win last week.
Yeah.
All right, Matt. Matt, thanks for coming on the show. Why don't you give a couple plugs? Where can we find you? Anything else you want to say before we wrap this up?
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. Anytime, you know where to find me. Follow me on Twitter if you don't. I'm sure if you're watching this, you've seen me around on Twitter, SGPN Twitter. Matt_Gannon, pretty straightforward. DM me any questions about golf, college basketball, anything. I'm huge in college basketball, so hit me up whenever.
Who's your do you have a college basketball team, or are you just like a Rob Lowe general fan?
The college basketball hat. No, I'm a Seton Hall fan, but I am super into like the mid majors, Steve doesn't follow me on Twitter. I know Capper, you definitely see me post all the
actually
tweets, like like Idaho and like Eastern Washington, like the dumbest schools ever. But like I'm super into all of the teams that
I get it. It's degeneracy on like the umpteenth level, and I appreciate it.
You know, you should. Are you on our Discord channel?
Yeah.
Are you in the college basketball Discord?
Yeah, it's not. Wait, no, not on Discord.
Get our Discord channel.
Oh god.
The college basketball channel is fucking insane for the because they are sweating like Bethune Cookman.
Monmouth versus fucking
all those guys. Arkansas.
Oh yeah, I tweet about it all the time, and I get so frustrated because it's tough to watch.
You would fit right in.
You'll fit right in.
Oh yeah,
you'll fit right in.
Sure. Yeah. So
yes.
The only college basketball I typically do, unless I get like a super hot tip, but now I mean, what are you doing good? Because
I'm doing. I bet big for college basketball. It's like my biggest sport that I bet like dollar.
Steve's face is terrible.
I'm so worried about you, Capper.
Well,
I thought we had a come to Jesus moment on Monday. All right, I'm not going to do the like over under on shots on goal for hockey. We're gonna move right to fucking SWAC basketball. Let's go, baby.
Well, listen, the best bet in the entire world is Match Madness. Fucking every first half under. That's it. That's easy peasy. Fucking empty your entire account.
Did you do that last year?
Okay, I did it last 3 years in a row.
Yeah, I think that's trademarked by SGPN. Yeah.
That's literally
it hasn't long. Good for you. I might tell you on that this year.
Yeah, dude. Listen. Yeah, it's. I mean, I think it was like, what was it, 29-7 last year? It was like 32-5 the year before that. Like, first half unders all day, blind bet. Don't give a shit. I will do the playing games too. They don't even count towards the total. And I think all the playing games hit.
Yeah, I think lifetime it's like 60% or 66.
No, it's higher than that, dude. No, it's way higher.
There's been some years where it's been like 500.
Well, for the last 3 years. Last year,
I think all time since Ryan's been doing it, it's got to be at least like 66%.
Oh,
it seems like every single year he just you're doing good.
So. And you get on them early too because
right.
Get on early.
There you go. All right. Well, Matt, thanks for coming on our show. Really happy to have it on board. You're putting out really great content for us. Keep it up. So,
appreciate it.
You got anything else before we get out of here?
Dope. That's it, baby. Fuck another week. 3-course rotation. I'll put out the CAD at some point after Cameron texts me like, I don't know, fucking 3 or 4 times. And I'm like, all right, I'll send it. But
he's in Vegas, so might not get those cards out.
I know. I told him to clean his fingernails because he posted a picture and he had dirty fingernails.
That's disgusting.
That's gross. That's what I said too. Okay. He's like, it was from handing all this sportsbook cash. I was like, no, it's not. Take a shower. But we got the odds for first round leaders aren't as bad as I thought they were. I think I got a couple winners in here that will definitely get chopped like they have the last 2 weeks. But either way,
you're nice
other than that, man. Yeah, it's that's all God, literally all God. So, man, other than that, fucking go read Matt and Steve's articles at sportsgamingpodcast.com. You can find Steve in the Discord. Matt's got to get in the golf Discord a little more. We got to get that channel a little more live like it used to be back in the day on Slack. And, Matt's, hopefully we can get him in the college basketball Slack.
Yeah, get me in that for sure.
The Degenerate Central. Other than that, you know where to find me. Screaming about the Bruins and golf bets at Boston _Capper on Twitter. Other than that, let's go break them fucking books, baby. Let's go.